Welcome back to Lab Insider. My name is Max and I'm hosting a special Q&A session here with Uzma. Welcome, Uzma.
Thank you, Max.
You are a cancer researcher by profession. You are also a biotechnologist turned entrepreneur as founder and CEO of labmate.io. We've spoke at length in our main episode about the processes, the challenges and the opportunities involved with launching your startup in the life sciences industry. But for now, we're just going to speak very shortly in our special Q&A with direct questions and direct answers. So, where do you see the innovations going in life sciences?
In our labs, also, we are already seeing that a lot of robotic arms or auto dispensing machines and also full-size robots have started to replace the tedious work that a human does, right? So I think our labs will very soon be able to operate by themselves, and also scientists can work from home in the future, I guess.
What changes do you see in launching a startup in life sciences?
The life science industry has been difficult, like the entry barriers are high, but seeing the trends now with other startups, like there are plenty of startups that have come up to make the lives very easy of scientists. Seeing the adoption of those startups and also those companies, I think the industry is ready to change and it's ready to adopt technology now. I think this is the right time to be having a startup in this field.
What do you think the lab environment will appear to be like in 5 years' time?
In 5 years' time, I think all labs will be, at least I hope, are collaborative, because scientific discovery is not a process to be done in isolation. I hope everything is digital. Everything is on cloud. Yeah, we would be progressing. Today, something that takes a month to get done, I think would happen in a week.
How well do you think we're prepared for changes in the industry in the future?
So considering that the changes we're talking about is complete having AI and ML and robotics do our work, I think we're slowly progressing towards that future. But yeah, the progress is very slow, but it is moving towards the right direction.
In order for us to move in that right direction, what do you think would need to change? What's the most crucial thing?
Right now, today, we need to change the way we are working in our immediate environment. The way we work in silos is not how a scientific discovery has to be done. It has to be together, it has to be in collaboration. And if this changes, like within our lab, within our institute, then I think we can hope that the entire industry adopts it. We have seen in the pandemic that large companies have come together, which we are not very commonly seen before the pandemic, and this obviously accelerated the vaccine development process. If this is done regularly between industries, between companies, and the entire industries works in collaboration, then I think the discovery process time and the money spent for any in any aspect, I think would immensely be reduced. So I think the collaboration thing has to change like today.
If you have any advice to someone who is considering taking a break from their scientific career and launching their own business, what piece of advice would you like to offer that person?
For a researcher, if someone's a researcher, then I think starting their own startup is not very difficult, because research itself is a very, very intense process. And I try to apply my research learnings into also a startup, like extensive reading, extensive discovery of the problem first before even starting to work on the solution. So I think researchers can be great entrepreneurs. They just need to give it a try.
Uzma, do you have any recommended readings, articles, publications, anything like that you'd like to share with us?
For entrepreneurship, I think the first book, like all of us reads, is 0 to 1. I think that's a great book to get started on entrepreneurship. And there's like a lot of books you can read, like Mom's Test for understanding basically how to do interviews and like how to understand the users. There's another book called Show Your Work that just helps you to build in public. So usually when you're like starting up and you're like trying to do something new, you're always shy of showing it to the world. So this book gives you like small exercises and like steps to follow to, so that you are confident enough to build it in public.
Is there a particular trend or issue that is emerging that we should definitely keep in regard?
I think as researchers working in the lab, we have to very consciously have an understanding of the difference between structured and unstructured data, and how we are processing it, and how we are like generally storing it, right? So I think this understanding of what your metadata is, what your structured data is, what your unstructured data is, so that it again like translates to, can a machine read it or not in the future. So, and also like it's extremely then becomes easy for regulatory agencies also to understand it and make the entire process smooth. So I would say like just getting an understanding of this for yourself, for your lab, or for your company, I think is very valuable.
Thank you very much for your time, Uzma.
It was great talking to you, Max.
That was Uzma speaking to us on our special Lab Insider Q&A session. Join us for more and be sure to see the main episode. Click to subscribe and like us and follow us on LinkedIn. That's all for now. Thanks very much.